Hi, Dr. Heather Brown here, and I've had a lot of people asking me about how do you influence your children, how do you present to your children what's going on politically. So, we're gonna do it a little bit differently. I've gotten questions that have come into me. We're just gonna throw them out there and I'm gonna answer for you. Psychotherapist in Orange County, I work a lot with youth and with families. And so here's some things that are poignant to what's ahead for us. So something to think about. How much of the time are you talking about politics? How much of the time are you talking about the lockdown? In what areas is a lot of that coming through to the kids? The radio. What are you listening to in the car? What are you listening to in the background while you're cooking? Is the news on all the time? Vaccines and shots and things like that. That's scary to a child. So it's important to think about what is surrounding your household and what is that going to do to the environment of it, and how much of the time are they thinking about it? Kids need to play. Kids need to imagine. Kids need to explore. So you just want to make certain there's a balance. Your life as well, but especially for a child. They don't have the choice to just turn off the TV. They don't have a choice just to not listen to the radio. It's on because you've put it on. So think about that. What are you sharing in front of your kids? A lot of times we have the belief that just because they're not part of the conversation, they're not in any way in the conversation. But you know this. Kids listen. Kids take in. They don't always have the whole story. None of us right now have the whole story. They're starting off with their whole viewpoint of democracy, and you're probably the first person that they're really going to talk to in some extent about this. So what are you painting for the future? What are you painting for their present? Are you giving them hope, or are you setting them up? They're viewing right now as all that they know and all that they have, and what's ahead is really important to them. So are you speaking into terms of, we're going to keep changing things, America is super strong and we're going to keep growing, and there's some things we need to address, there's some things we need to correct, there's some things we need to change, but we're all part of this and our beliefs and our thoughts are important? Or are you making it sound like, yeah, I have no say, I'm not important, it's whatever the government chooses to do, you just have to go along with it, and there goes America. What are the stories? What are the messages? What are the images that you are starting to help create and cultivate in your children? Are you giving them any room to make their own decision? Or do they have to follow exactly what you believe now because you believe it? The other day I was out bike riding and I saw this little 5-year-old child holding one of the signs for one of the candidates for president. It's a 5-year-old child. There's no way a 5-year-old child can understand the whole political arena. And it just touched me really deeply. And I thought, what are we doing? What are we doing when we're telling our children to hate a president, or to hate the police, or to not respect other people? Do you really want them to be doing that to somebody else other than somebody maybe that you don't like? Think about what you're showing your children. So in summary, you've got a lot of power. You've got a lot of influence. And it's really important that you recognize that, but you also maintain some healthy boundaries with that. There's places to completely involve your children in what's going on. And then there's some places that are just too much and too drastic for them to understand. 4 years is a lifetime to a child. And so be mindful, be respectful, give them the protection that right now a lot of us don't feel that we have. The answers that a lot of us don't think that we have. And if you find yourself in a place of overwhelm, if you find yourself in a place of fighting, resisting, and challenging, it's probably not good information for your child to be in front of. We all are part of the solution, every single one of us. We need to take responsibility for that, and we need to encourage and support and motivate ourselves and our family in these ways. I hope this was helpful. Please leave comments or suggestions, and I look forward to seeing you soon again.